Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to BNN. On December 14th, the Kenyan musician Kaka released his much-hyped song Wajinga Nyinyi. In the song, he talks about corruption, our political leaders, and what is going on in Kenya that is just embarrassing. Have you guys seen this song? Let me even just read one verse from this song, and it goes like, Ati Waiguru ako kwa office na story ya NYS tulishasahau. Bairo moja alibai 8,000, bairo tunanuanga mbao. Either sisi ndio wajinga ama akona marking scheme ya kau. Time will tell. Vijana wanabet na kifo, wanadai betting imewapea job kualiko. City Stadium imekuwa renovation for 3 years, budget ziwatoshe. While Sonko anadance tu kwa ofe. In my opinion, this was quite a powerful piece. He really hit home the message that Kenyans, we are suffering.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. In just 2 days, this song has hit 1.1 million views on YouTube. It was trending number 1, 2, 3. He talked a lot about the shady things that goes on in Kenya. And even the video of the song, it has a message. In the video, you can see a guy being dragged from a boot of a car, being taken in front of a group of people, being put at the front and questioned. And it seems like he's being asked questions as to these scandals happening in Kenya. And then in the end, Kaka alleges that he is shot. I think his message is, Kenya, we need to start a revolution. This song was received by both praise and ridicule from Kenyans. The moral police, Ezekiel Mutua, took to his Facebook to address this song. He talked about only in Kenya can you release such a song and that we have a free country. Kaka also shared posts from his page sharing what other Kenyans had to say about the song, and I want to read one comment for you. Daisy said, the new song is good but full of character assassination, hate and false accusations. Was it necessary for him to accuse personalities and call all of us Wajinga Nyinyi? He should be sued by Anne Waiguru. What do you guys think of this comment? Do you agree with Daisy? And is this Anne Waiguru's handwriting? And there are even more posts on his page with Kenyans and the political class uncomfortable with what Kaka had to share. Kaka also posted on 15 December that he would take down the video. And at this point, I actually rushed and downloaded the video in case it disappeared from the internet. But I checked a few hours later and the song was still up. And this is where I started suspecting that maybe he's doing all this for clout. On the same day, he also posted this article to his page reporting that there was an assassination attempt on his life. In the caption of the post, he writes, woke up to this. All I can say is I need protection and prayers, please. I actually found this post very odd because what exactly does he mean he woke up to this post? If there was an actually assassination attempt on his life, wasn't he there? What does he mean he woke up to a post? I commented this on his page and someone in the comments asked, is he not in Doha? And if you actually go and search for this article and read it, it states that Kaka was on his car and his car was shot up. Police and detectives say that he's fine. He was taken to some hospital. And to me, this article looks like fake news. In the article, they have no pictures of the shot up car. There's no one being referenced. The police are not being referenced. The detectives or the reporters, they're not being mentioned by name. If you also look at this website and you see the kind of articles they write, like this, for example, saying, I also touched Korea's thing in parliament, or these other articles that have very questionable content that a reputable news site would not run. So I think this website just writes stories for clicks and views. And I also think it's quite irresponsible for Kaka to post this story to his page and not call it exactly what it is, fake news. Anyway, we are not here to critique the man. We are here to critique his art. And this is one of the most activist piece of art in 2019. And that's why we are here. And I applaud him for that. Good job, Kaka. Good job. In a response video to this song by Kaka, Christian Della, a popular YouTuber in Kenya, took to his social media to say that this song is complete nonsense and will not help change anything. In my personal opinion, I actually do not agree with Christian Della, saying that this is nonsense and this was just a waste of time. I think parts of what he was saying was just to be controversial and start a whole fucking trend, but it was completely unnecessary. But some of the things he said, the man did have a point. He was very pessimistic about this changing anything, since when Kenyans are shown the truth about their own country, they still do nothing. They know the truth, but they still do nothing. Even for example, when this song dropped, a lot of my subscribers and my fans were just in my DMs asking me, make this video, make this video, make this video. It's not my job to save this country or Kaka's or Christian Della's. You as the people, you need to do something yourselves. The things Kaka talked about are nothing new. We all know these things have been happening. It's been recorded and reported over and over and over again. I think it's even become a tired song. But we as Kenyans, we seem to always forget. Wajinga Sisi. A blogger named Victor even compiled a list of all the corruption scandals since independence. He had 167 cases with links to articles and even tabulated the total. So since independence, Kenya has lost 8 trillion Kenya shillings to corruption and mismanagement, misappropriation, and just completely bad leadership. I will link the article in the description so you guys can read for yourselves. So since this song was released, I've been reading comments and reading the articles, and everyone is just asking, so what do we do now? Are these hashtags helping? Is this talking about it on social media helping anything? Will there be any change? The people who the song talks about are busy, very quiet. They're Kina Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila Odinga. They're very, very quiet, not doing a damn thing. We are now in 2019. The elections are very, very far. So how do we solve this problem right now? Do we go to the streets? Do we go to court and sue the government? Sue these politicians? Sue everyone? How are these corrupt leaders still holding office? The people under their ministries, under the government, how are you taking orders from these very people? I am a YouTuber. My job is to pass information and entertain, and I want to do my part. So I want to show you guys a video which talks about the rules of power and the rules for rulers. I want Kenyans to understand exactly how power works, and by understanding how it works, you will know how to dismantle it.
You again might have grand dreams of the utopia you wish to build, but no man rules alone, and never more so than in democracy. Presidents and prime ministers must negotiate with their senates and parliaments and vice versa, and they all have their own key supporters to manage. In a well-designed democracy, power is fractured among many and is taken not with force, but with words, meaning you must get thousands or millions of citizens to, if not like you on election day, at least like you better than the alternative. With so many voters and such fractured power, it's impossible to, as a dictator would, follow these rules and buy loyalty. Or is it? Of course not. Don't think of citizens as individuals with their individual desires, but instead as divided into blocks: the elderly or homeowners or business owners or the poor. Blocks you can reward as a group. Democracies have wildly complicated tax codes and laws, not as accident, but as reward for the blocks that get and keep the ruling representatives in power. Farming subsidies, for example, have nothing to do with the food a nation needs, but entirely with how key the vote of the farming bloc is. Countries where farmers' votes don't swing elections don't have farming subsidies. If a bloc doesn't vote, such as younger citizens, then no need to divert rewards their way, even if large in number they are irrelevant to gaining power. Which is good news for you. One less block to sway, and the treasure you give your key blocks has to come from somewhere. If you want long years in office, Rule 3 is your friend in a democracy just as much as a dictatorship. You can't eliminate those who don't vote for you, but there is still much you can do. Once in power, make it easier for your key blocks to vote and harder for others. Establish voting systems that reduce the number of blocks you need to win, the more rivals you get. Very handy indeed. Draw election borders to predetermine the results for you or your cronies, and have party pre-elections with Byzantine rules to determine who blocks even can vote for. Mix and match the above for even better power perpetuation. When approval ratings couldn't be lower, yet re-election rates couldn't be higher, you'll know you've succeeded. Now, enough with thinking about the citizens. Even in a democracy, there still are very influential individual key supporters you need on your side, because their money or influence or favors keeps you in power. While you can't just promise to give them treasure directly, as a dictator would, you can create loopholes for their investments, pass laws that they've written, or print get-out-of-jail-free cards for their actions. Not a wheelbarrow of gold to the door, but contracts for their business. You as a ruler do have roads to build, or computers to maintain, or buildings to reconstruct. No man rules alone, after all. Or you could take the moral path and ignore the big keys, but you'll fight against those who didn't. Good luck with that. Corruption is not some kind of petty crime, but rather a tool of power in democracies and dictatorships. but more on that another time. So accept the favors, sway the key blocks, and you will get into power, ruling with actions that look contradictory and stupid to those who don't understand the game, privately helping a powerful industry you publicly denounced, or passing laws that hurt a bloc that voted for you. But your job isn't to have a consistent, understandable ruling policy, but to balance the interests of your keys to power, big and small. That is how you stay in office.
So I'll end this video by saying this: do what you need to do. Let's save this country.